Welcome to our very first ever lesson in the Flip Chess Club. It's slow and steady wins the race, and this lesson targets all of you, whether you are a beginner, an intermediate player, or even one of our advanced super chess stars. Okay, slow and steady wins the race. Where did I get the idea from? Well, from Aesop's fable. Aesop wrote this amazing story or this amazing tale about a tortoise that beat the hare. And what was he trying to teach us? He was trying to teach us that if you stay focused on the end point, and if you approach that end point, moving one step forward each step of the way with complete focus, and not moving your head side to side or getting distracted by other things, you will win the race. It doesn't matter if you're a hare and you've got a lot more speed. If you are off to sleep or you're looking in the wrong direction, you're all over the place, then you're not going to win. The people who are slow and steady and who can see things are going to beat you. And in a game of chess, being slow and steady and focused is the most important thing to begin with. Why? Well, let me tell you why. Right, what are the 5 key points I'd like you to learn about slow and steady wins the chess race? Well, the first thing is, number 1, do you want to win at chess? Do you want to start winning this game? Do you want to start beating some parents, beating some kids from other schools, beating your mates at school? Well, if the answer to that is yes, then slow down. It's amazing how much it's going to change your life. Number 2, one of the reasons you've got to slow down is that 95% of school kids move too fast. Some of you might not have been to inter-school tournaments yet, but those of you who have can tell you that you sit across the board from another player, and they are there, and they're moving as fast as I'm trying to talk right now. They are going bang, 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 check, take, check, 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 and they miss things. They miss captures, checks, they miss all sorts of things that if you are going slow and steady, and this is my third point, you will beat them. And our school will beat other schools. I mean, we're in this to learn about this beautiful game of chess, but we wouldn't mind winning a few tournaments here and there, wouldn't we? Okay, point 4. Every move, take the time to check. This is why you go slow and steady. I want this little chant going through your head. Are my pieces safe? Is there anything I can take? I'll talk a bit more about that in a moment. Are my pieces safe? Is there anything I can take? And finally, my 5th point about slow and steady wins the chess race is you come here on a Friday and you watch these videos because you want to get better at chess. Look, it's a social thing as well, but Fridays are so important for showing me and showing yourself what you have learned about this wonderful game. If you rock up to a Friday tournament in our chess club and you are one of those super fast kids, I'll stop the game and I'll award a victory to your opponent, and you will be going into the computer lab to watch this video again to remind you how important it is to be slow and steady. Okay, I hope you get that message, because I will be going around as you guys are playing the tournaments and I will be taking notes. And look out, if you are playing automatic moves, not thinking about the board, you will be kind of punished. You'll be back into the computer lab while the others are continuing to play chess, and you'll have to watch this video. You'll get bored of seeing me speaking about the same things over and over again, but the reason I'll do it to you is because it's so important. Slow and steady wins the chess race. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 examples. Alright, if you are a beginner, you're going to have to look at the one at the top, and you're going to have to remember it. If you are intermediate, right, you've been playing a bit already last year or before at home, you've got to look at the one in the middle. If you are advanced, you've got to listen to what I say at the end. If you're advanced, you want to really know these intermediate and beginner examples. If you're intermediate, you really want to know the beginner one as well. If you're a beginner, you've got to know this, but you might also want to know these intermediate and Okay, here's our first beginner example. So many primary school chess players miss easy captures that can win games. Let's have a look at this position. Okay, if you look at this board, you've got white playing down the board and black's moving up. Now, what you see here is that black has just, I was playing black in this online game actually, and I have just moved my rook to E8, and I have attacked this pawn. Now, white almost automatically, without thinking, castled. They moved their king 2 squares over to there and their rook to here, and guess what I did? I just captured a pawn. The point I'm trying to make here is that so many primary school chess players miss. What do they miss? They miss easy captures that can win games. Alright, if you slow down, you will see your opponent trying to take your pieces. And I'm not just talking pieces like knights, rooks, queens. Hey, they are so important and they are worth so many pawns. But you've got to look after your pawns as well. If your opponent just gobbles up all of your pawns, at the end of the game, they can get a queen and their army becomes so strong it will knock you out. Okay, don't miss easy captures. Ask yourself, are my pieces safe? Every move. If you see a piece that is being attacked, you've got to move it to safety. You've got to move it where it's backed up or can't be taken for free. Okay, let's move on to the intermediate example. So many intermediate players, kids who have been playing for quite a while, miss easy checkmates that lose games for them. And guess what? I've got another example from one of the games that I've been playing. So in this game I was playing white, moving up the board, and my black opponent, we were playing a lightning game online, 5 minutes each side, and my black opponent just went bang. You could imagine them, if they were playing me across the board, not online on a computer, they would have picked this rook up and they would have slammed it down on this square E5. And even online I was going, oh gee, that happened really quickly. Oh no, he's attacking my knight. And if I'm just thinking about this, are my pieces safe? I'm scared. I am scared because this rook is attacking my knight and I've got to protect it, right? But no, I took a couple of seconds to think and I thought, okay, alright, slow and steady wins the chess race. Now that rook is attacking my knight, but it's left something behind. It's left the king unprotected. Now, if I don't worry about this and look up here, and if I can give a check, rook to D8 check, that king's got to go somewhere. He can't come here because my pawn will gobble him up. He can't come here because the knight will get him. He's got to block that check. The rook comes back, I take it with my rook, and that is checkmate. So my opponent made this really silly move, not thinking about how important it was to protect his king, and he lost the game in 2 moves. Rook to there, check. Only defense is to move the rook back, rook takes, rook checkmate. All because he or she, I don't know, it was online, made a silly move, bringing this rook up to here and attacking my knight, thinking it was a good idea, but leaving the king defenseless. Don't be that person. Don't make the automatic moves and lose games when you could have had a chance to win. I mean, look at the board. It's a rook and a bishop versus a rook and a knight. The pawns are roughly equal. I had a strong position because I was bearing down on the king, but it could have lasted a lot longer and maybe could have tricked me into a problem. Okay, so a lot of intermediate players miss checkmates. Alright, you don't want to miss checkmates and lose games that you could have won. Take it slowly, particularly when you are winning. When you're winning a game, your opponent gets desperate and they try and checkmate you. Alright, and they will be tricky. They'll be looking around at other things and they'll just go, oh, you know, thinking that you aren't focused on what they're doing because you're winning the game, you've got all the pieces, and they'll slowly put a threat of a checkmate. You've got to be awake to it. Alright, don't let them do it to you. Okay, if you're an intermediate player, look out for all of those checks. Okay, and the advanced players. Look, if you're advanced, you should have been listening to the beginner example and the intermediate example. If you are missing captures, if you are missing checks and checkmates, then you really need to remember these examples. But the example that you've got to learn for your test this coming Friday is about a really highest level of chess example. It's last year's World Championships, and what it shows is that advanced players, they might not miss the easy captures, they might not miss the easy one-move checkmates, but they miss easy tactics that you've already learnt, alright? Like forks and pins and all those cool tactics that can threaten to win pieces. Advanced players miss them if they play too quickly. And in the World Championships last year, 2014, the former world champion Vishy Anand, right? It's a long Indian name, Viswanathan Anand, but Vishy lost the World Championships because he played an automatic move, an automatic kind of bang move in the World Championships, and he lost a game. He was playing this young fellow, Magnus Carlsen. I don't even think he's 21 yet. And Vishy, he's been known as a junior, as an advanced kind of, young adult, and as the former world champion, as playing really quickly. Don't get me wrong, if you've got a fast thinking brain, I don't want you to just slow down for no good reason, but even the world champion played a reflex move. Alright, what I mean is Magnus, this guy here, he thought for about 15-20 minutes and made his move, and then Vishy thought he'd calculated everything and went, why waste time looking at the board again, and went bang. And then Magnus looked at it and he thought, I was worried about that move, but I was thinking slowly and steadily about that, and I can win from here. And he looked at the board for another 5 to 10 minutes, and he went, yeah, I'm going to win this game, and I'm going to win the World Championships. And he, put his hand out and he played the next move. And Vishy, who just thought he had, an easy win from that position when he made the reflex move, his heart must have sank because he went, oh no, I missed it. And there's film footage of him sitting there thinking, I'm not going to be the world champion again. Even the best players make reflex moves. I know one of the players probably watching this video made a reflex move in our school club championships last year, and it lost a rook or a bishop or something important, and the moment he took his hand off the piece, oh no, and with the touch piece rules, that's the end of it, okay? That move had to be made. If you were an advanced player, often advanced players miss easy tactics, okay? So don't make reflex moves. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's cap it up here. So the 5 points you have to remember for your multiple choice question. If you want to win at chess, what do? If the answer is yes, then slow down. 95% of school kids move too fast and miss things. This means that if you slow down, you will see them and you will beat other schools. Finally, every move, take the time to check, to chant, are my pieces safe? Is there anything I can take? And finally, don't play too fast on Fridays, or else what will happen? You will be taken out of the next round, you'll be given a bye, it'll be a 0-point bye, and you'll be taken back into the computer lab to watch this video all over again. I like hearing the sound of my own voice, so I wouldn't get bored, but you might, hearing me say over and over again, slow and steady wins the chess race. Right, good luck, ladies and gentlemen. You will be doing your first ever Flipped Chess Club quiz this Friday, and you want to do well. If you achieve 80% or more in the quiz, you can go off and you can start playing tournament games to show off what you've learned from your Flipped Chess Club video. Once more, good luck, and remember, slow and steady wins the chess race.